But you're actually not moving back very far because I think your absorber is taking up some of that slack. But let's go try to go back one more boat length.
I think these guys are our second best team after yesterday.
Hey, Mark, you guys happy up there?
I think they're 2 7th graders.
Ecstatic.
Yeah, 2 7th
We're
graders.
going to be going into
Awesome?
sequence here in the next minute or so.
Yesterday was breezy, and then 3/4 of the way through the first race, the wind died, so I mean, it's really breezy.
Double lap course, triangle, windward leeward. So we've set a reach back, the reach back on the first lap, and then just windward leeward on the second
more
one.
than about 9 or 10 knots the rest of the day. Day 2 of the Dave Perry series. 40 boats. The line's only like 46 boat lengths long, so it's really not even more than a boat length per boat. So it's extremely hard starting. All these kids sail high school sailing 2-3 days a week, and they practice starting over and over and over. So they're really good at the kinetics, really good at fighting for their spots.
And so if you guys can just sight the line and then call boats over
should
as
be getting
you
a line
see them
sight,
over
guys.
the
There's a
radio.
beautiful house over there somewhere,
And
or a pile of
I've
trees
got
or
somebody
something.
here that will be
You know, you get a 3 palm trees next to each other or something, so you should be getting line sight. Day 2 of the Dave Perry Southern California Youth Yacht Racing Association Dave Perry Series. Everybody calls it the Perry. This is regatta number 3, day 2. We're at U.S. Sailing Center Long Beach. This guy's been running this race committee 30 years at least for this regatta. Perry has developed a lot of former college sailors in the years. A lot of great sailors in this fleet, like 8914. I just found out he's going to Brown next year. So there's a lot of seniors in this fleet, a lot of juniors. We got 9307 down there near the pin. I saw a guy tack on the port tack over there by boat number 11, and he was so lifted, it was obvious the pin's favorite. This could be a general recall. Oh, I flagged in effect. I could be wrong. The current is against them. 9307 is not going to find a lane over there. They had a tack. Yeah. This loud hailer Mike uses is just outstanding. See, that's what you have to do, everybody. If you're race committee, you have to call these numbers as soon as they break it. 3307.
3307.
And man, is the pin favored. Yesterday, the pin was favored. Go back and look at day 1, but pin was favored 5 to 8 degrees, 5-6 degrees, something like that, and that spreads out the fleet. This was more than 6 degrees favored.
Yeah, I said 3307 is what I saw.
Yeah. Course is a little shorter because Mike, I think, realized the wind was dying off. It was about 7 knots windier than this for all of the practice. This is race 6 for the regatta. We have races 6, 7, and 8 today on Sunday, January 26th. Every day could write a book on the day before. And we had a really good talk this morning about how to identify late wind shifts in the starting sequence. This was not one of those. That pin was 12 degrees favored at least. I was worried it was going to shift back a little bit to the right and square up at 1 or 2 minutes, and it did not. And here are the Borellis again. They were able to get themselves off the line, out of the fray of all the other boats here, kind of towards the favored end. This will be a tough race because some boats are going to get wind and others aren't. This approaching storm pretty much is going to be wind coming in and out. It pulses, builds, dies off. Again, we got 3 races today. The Borelli's on starboard, Kevin on starboard, and now we're in hike mode. You just, especially on starboard, when you go trap mode, the boat just heels to windward at the tops of these swells. So you can probably trap on port tack, and then you got to be hike mode on starboard. Now, sometimes what you see is dependent on where you are on the course, but I do like 9006 here. It's just, again, hike mode. And I think it's windy out here. I think they're getting more wind. I think they're doing okay. And it is hard to tell. There goes Kevin. He doesn't go all the way left. Kind of finds a good spot. He's patient, finds a good spot, steps up underneath the big pack. And there's Morelli's 145 doing well. They're beating that whole pack from that side. So they're kind of winning that side at the end. Oh, wow. No, 8914, probably 5th from the right. And I think the Borellis have them easily. I think Kevin has them as well. Race 1 on Sunday. .145, 9307, tacking, slightly overstood, just playing it safe. And I see a reach mark set right there. I don't know if you can see it. There's a palm tree right over there, and there's a buoy over there. So, triangle windward leeward. Borelli's coming around in 4th. They're quite good reachers. .3307 was over early and did not go back, so that puts Borelli's in 3rd, Noah Stapleton in 4th, Kevin and Holland in 5th. That's a really good technique. Skipper on the floor sometimes. Looks like it's a very, not a really tight reach, so the pole's off the head stay a little, and you're playing the main and the spinnaker kind of in unison. As the leech of the spinnaker comes in, it's going to ruin the main, so you've got to be slowly pulling the main in, and then at times pumping the main, like right now. Usually some of these teams are sailing with too much twist. Look how much twist is in the main. We don't do enough reaching. The boom bang, as you put it on initially, closes the leech off and gives you more power. And then as you pull more, it flattens the bottom of the main, gives you less power. But initially reaching, like on a J24 on a reach, you have a vang player. In the light spots, we're pulling the vang on, medium air, vang on. And then as we get the big puffs, if it's windy enough, we're easing the vang to spill wind off the top. Right now, that's too loose. But those guys went low and it did not work. These guys did not slow each other down at all. And wow, the Borelli's just getting aggressive here. Oh, 3307 took theirs down first. And the Borelli's followed suit. I think that was, I'm not sure, because I hope they took it down on the right side. That's what you would have done. If you thought you were going to take it down before the mark, you would take it down on the right side so that you could hoist it back up if you needed to. And then you don't need the pole super high on reaches because it just hooks the leech. You're going to see these spinnakers are not designed for reaching. Look how hooked the leech is on. So you can have the pole a little bit lower for tight reaches. Oh, he's going to do fine here. He's just little heel to leeward. You know, you got the board up a little, so you're going to get lee helm, so you heel to leeward just a fraction. See how he's doing that? He does not want to heel to windward. When your board is up, the boat will heel to windward, and then you move in, and then it heels to leeward, and then you move out, and it heels to windward. It's more unstable. So you keep it heeled to leeward just to kind of compensate. And then this is the first race. Wow, look at that cloud. Is that rain going to come to us? I'm going that wider. Look at them. They're just strapped. They're just going high as hard as they can to clear their air. Yeah, that's what you should look like right there, man. See how tight the main has to be? The main has to be tight. Then you let it out a little slow as they're easing the spinnaker sheet. As they trim the spinnaker sheet, you trim the main in slow. This isn't you're not catching waves now. So we're not doing any sort of pumping now. I'm at the windward mark. A lot of times kids get the information about current. So sometimes you have to sit near buoys. I am not moving. It looks like the water I'm moving a little bit. It looks like the water is pushing me away from the buoy right now. So you have to use your ways of figuring out current. One of them is as you go around the windward mark, it's harder to read here, but when you sail on the east coast of things, you'll see the water movement. So that's one time you check current. You sail around the pin end, you check the current there. The current affects ley lines upwind. It affects the time it takes to sail a leg. So right now, if this current was 1 knot, it would increase the upwind leg time and it would decrease the downwind leg time, things like that. But mostly what the current does is it does shift the apparent wind. Right now, I think the current is inconsequential. And I also think it's raining on, it's actually raining on boats on the right side of the fleet almost. And here we are over here, totally dry. Oh, it's kind of a dumb boat. Doesn't it look windy out here? Don't you see some little white caps? And what do you not see? You don't see trapping. It's just, anyway, it's good for the competition. I mean, teams don't even trap in like 9 or 10 knots of wind. Anyway.
420 heading to the beach, and I'm just trying to set the
Don't
course here.
get
I'm not sure if they get a problem or not, but I mean,
started.
we might need to get a coach boat over this squall line that's moving over and have a lot of interesting things in it. Probably for sure rain, but maybe also some major breeze, close shifts, whatever. So just everybody try and count your chickens and be prepared for a little craziness potentially in the next 10-15 minutes.
What happened to our good teams? Whoa. Looks like the Borellis are still okay. Oh, here's Kevin. Yeah, 9307. They're still about the same. It is not easy. Yeah. We're going to get rain there. And we have prepared the kids. We've told the kids, hey, be ready for a lot of wind. This is good for the LA fires, that's for sure. Thank goodness. My goodness. 2.5 months of drought. Hanging in there. Rough day yesterday.
The race is going to come out pretty good length.
On the
so
got windy at the beginning.
If we end up moving marks down there, don't get any.
Well, we had a squall blow through race 2. So yeah, we've got the youngest team out here, so we had a couple of boats to bring in. And I'm getting this lucky little ride out with the Porpoise here. So I didn't video race 2. They're in race 3 out there right now, so I won't video race 3. Heck of a weekend. We actually had east wind. This was east-southeast. Long Beach can get an east-southeast to work. Usually east, anything east in Southern California and San Diego doesn't work at all. That wind direction just doesn't ever work. Northeast sometimes. But up here, southeast and east-southeast will work, and so they just got a 3rd race in, 1 lapper. They're getting in early today. Kids are going to be in by about 3 o'clock.